I talked to a couple guys yesterday. They're from London. And interesting, I don't talk to a lot of people in London, but this week I've had like 5 contractors schedule appointments to talk to me. And so I'm wondering, like, the market over there must be dipping a bit because people are like hitting me up like crazy. These guys do really high-end custom homes and remodels and things like that. And they have a decent website. They don't get a lot from it. And my marketing company, we typically help people get leads and customers online. But when it comes to like multi-million-dollar custom homes, there aren't a ton of those kinds of customers going to Google and clicking on a Google ad to find a contractor. These kind of people will go through an architect, or they'll shop around and look for the contractors that have the best reputation, the ones that built other homes in the area they want to build in. They're not going to Google. And so these guys, they're trying to figure out what was going on. And the insights I had, I think, are valuable to a lot of people, which is why I'm sharing this. The first one is they've had a lot of deals that didn't go through for one reason or another. And they don't know why. They got ghosted a bunch of times. They had some people just say, oh, the client or we went with someone else. But they didn't get the reasons why. And so they're sitting around not really knowing what happened. And that was the first thing that came to mind, is you really have to find out what happened. Like if somebody decided not to hire you, you don't have much to lose. Like, go after them and trying to find out why. Ask them, push them a little bit. Like, hey, we worked really hard to create this estimate for exactly what you wanted. We thought everything was going really good. You went with someone else, totally fine. We would really just like to know why, in case it was something that we did that we can improve in the future. And that's what's important. If you're losing a bunch of jobs you think you should get, and you don't know why, it could be something you're doing or not doing. And if you never figure that out, you'll never be able to remedy the situation. And if you have a problem here, but you're trying to solve it over here, you're just going to go in circles. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing is, last year they had been reaching out to a lot of architects, networking, and they were getting opportunities that way. And this year, they're not doing it. And so, like, the golden rule of business and marketing is, if something works, like, keep doing it or do more of it. And if something doesn't work, then stop doing it. And I see it all the time and like, I've done it a million times myself. It might be human nature. But you do something, it works, and you're like, wow, I tried something new and it works. I'm going to try something else new. But that's not always what you want to do. If you do something that works, you want to do more of it. And what often, I think a lot of it is like, it's boring. When you do something and it works or doesn't work, whatever, when you've done something a bunch of times, it's not exciting anymore. And so you start looking for something new to do, because it's really fun when you try something new and it works for you. But if you just focus on the things that have been proven to work, and just do those a bunch of times and don't worry about anything else, your business will probably work out a lot better. So my tips for those guys, my feedback, was to find out why the deals weren't going through at all costs, because what do you have to lose? And go back and continue networking and reaching out to architects and knowing all the architects in the area, because that had proven to bring in opportunities before, and it will bring in opportunities again. And that is a hell of a lot better than trying to find some other way to bring in opportunities, especially in a niche where there aren't a lot of ways to get those opportunities. So thank you guys for the call. Hopefully we'll talk again soon, and I'll hear about how you're making some forward progress. If you're going through this and you want to get a little bit of professional help, go to my website. You can schedule a 15-minute call with me to pick my brain I'll spend 15 minutes with you answering every question you have and doing my best to help you get a jump start on this. So chuckthecontractor.com, use the calendar, schedule a 15-minute call with me, and I'll talk to you soon.